Donald Trump could be in some serious trouble in the state of Georgia, of course, as the Fulton County DA, Fanny Willis, continues her investigation, but she was just given a lot of new ammo to go after Donald Trump by the January 6th Select Committee. So here's what happened. The Select Committee, as I'm sure everybody is well aware of, has been getting testimony from people close to Donald Trump. They've been getting the documents. They have this evidence. But specifically, they have gotten word from multiple different people who worked with Donald Trump in the White House following the 2020 election that behind the scenes, Donald Trump privately, admitted that he lost the election to Joe Biden. Donald Trump lost the election to Joe Biden, and he admitted that to people behind the scenes. Why does that matter? Well, after, allegedly, Trump admitted to people that, yes, I lost to Joe Biden won. After that is when Donald Trump made those phone calls down to Georgia. You know, the perfect phone calls, as he called them. The ones where he said, go find the votes. The very statement, by the way, that sparked this entire investigation from the Fulton County DA's office. Now, if Trump did not believe that Joe Biden won, right? If Trump believed he won and it was stolen from him, his legal defense, if charges are brought against him, would be, I, as both a candidate and the president, was talking to these Georgia officials, telling them, keep counting the votes, right? You got more to count. You're going to find them, so go find them. Because I believed I had legitimately won, and I wanted them to make sure they did their due diligence to double check that they'd counted everything. That would be Trump's legal defense. And not going to lie, it's actually a pretty solid one. Because you can't exactly argue that. And that is what we have talked about, by the way, with all of this that has taken place, whether it's the fake elector scheme, whether it's what's happening down in Georgia. If Trump genuinely believed that he won, in the eyes of the law, it would make almost everything he's done, possibly all of what he's done, legitimate. But if there's evidence that says he knows he lost, then suddenly you've got fraud. Then suddenly you have conspiracy to defraud. Then suddenly you have all of these actions of Donald Trump that he knows are illegitimate, but he's pushing them anyway. He's abusing his political power to make what he thought were his allies go out there and overturn the election results. You can't defend that in court. And that is, of course, why the January 6th committee has now handed this testimony over to the Fulton County prosecutor saying, listen, you have to be able to prove intent, that Trump knowingly forced these people to do something he knew was wrong. But you can only prove the intent if you can prove that he knew he lost the election. Well, here you go. Have a nice holiday, right? So we'll see what happens with this. There have been reports that have come out of Georgia saying that obviously nothing's going to happen before the midterms, right? In fact, I think Fanny Willis herself was pretty adamant about that. Like, listen, this was a couple weeks ago. She said, we're going silent. You're not going to hear anything from us. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to make any big moves. We're just going to keep doing our jobs. But after the midterms, things are going to happen. And reports have said that we can expect indictments as early as December with the ongoing investigation in Georgia. Now, don't get your hopes up that Donald Trump is going to be one of those, because I promise you he will not be in the first round of indictments. Most likely what's going to happen is that individual who let those people in, the ones that Sidney Powell sent, she let them into the Coffee County elections office. They started copying all the data. It's all on camera. They've got her on security footage. She lied about her involvement with it, even though she's on camera. My guess is she's going to be the first indictment, and probably some of the other people involved in that. Those will be the first shoes to drop. Then maybe a month or two down the road, then we could start seeing some bigger people, maybe Sidney Powell, maybe Rudy Giuliani, maybe Trump at that point. Who knows? But one thing we do know is that this information that the January 6th committee has handed over to these prosecutors in Georgia, this is big. This could prove intent if they decide to bring charges against Trump, and getting their hands on this evidence may be the thing that finally convinces them that they're able to bring charges against Donald Trump. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.